All right, I want to say hello to everyone. Welcome to the YouTube Mall Builders Thursday night general hangout. Thursday night hangouts are for the general discussion on mall railroading that we all can set a topic to discuss for the night. My name is Johnny Reb from Southeast Rails. Thursday night hangouts are the proud sponsor of the YouTube Mall Builders, the e-magazine, and the YouTube Mall Builders live show, which, by the way, this Saturday night is the live show for this month, so that will be 9 o'clock Central Time. You don't want to miss that one. Quite honestly, I did not go look at the schedule, so I don't know what it's about, so you'll have to excuse me on that one. The hangouts here, if you don't mind, when you're not speaking, please mute your mics so that we don't have any feedbacks or echoes. If you have something you want to say, then open your mic up and we'll be glad to let you have the floor. If you're smoking or drinking any alcoholic beverages, please turn your mics off in case we have young people watching, because I do not know who's viewing on the outside of the panel. So we are starting to pick up some young viewers now, so we like to kind of keep it, politically polite. Alrighty, so here we go. My question for everybody tonight is, when am I going to get my paycheck from all y'all? No. We had a fellow post earlier this week. He was asking where he might go to get pictures that he could print out to put inside his building to show a storefront, or to, show shelving in the back, stuff like that. Also, I'm going to add to that, what do you like to use for window dressing if you're going to do awnings or curtains or stuff like that? I know people like to, when they're at places like Michael's or was it Joanne or something like that, or Hobby Lobby, they go to the scrapbook section where they have the different kinds of papers and get those to use for blinds or curtains, stuff like that. Wall dressings, they cut them out, glue them up on the inside. So anybody got any suggestions on that? Wow. How about you, Dave?
What's that? I'm Google Earthing, man.
Wake up, Dave.
Country.
Go out and photograph some shop windows.
I got Evan Design software, and the software actually has all that in it. But as far as like on the internet, I don't know. I guess just maybe Google search interiors, store interiors, or
store interiors,
maybe
like that.
7-Eleven interiors if you got a 7-Eleven on your layout, or a KFC or something. I don't know. I've never tried it, so I couldn't say if it works or not. But I don't think it would be out of the question to find something like that. Grocery store interiors. Let me Google one and see if it works.
I would say with as much as people that are walking around with cell phones these days, you could walk into any store you wanted and take a picture of shelving and stuff and go home, print it out, and see what the scale is and shrink it down.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
If you've got a Photoshop thing, you can, airbrush people out, and or just take a simple thing and, repeat it. even in the right, software, but you got to have a photo editing type software to be able to do something like that. You just can't use Paint, or simple program.
Yeah, you have to use something like Corel Draw or Corel's Photoshop.
Yep, something like that. Those programs aren't cheap. They're over $100 at least.
I think they've got what they call their light versions that were a little bit under $100.
Screen share this real quick.
All right.
Yeah, I just searched images of store interiors, and this is what it came up with. Big old shopping centers, whatever.
Yeah.
General
as you
store
could-
interior.
Pull that in and be able to.
Here's general store interiors.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so it's out there. You just got to look for it. If you have a black and white layout, there you go, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, early 1900s, a lot of those will fit those, 20s,
Yeah.
30s. You doing that era?
Yeah, there's a good one right there.
Yeah, that dude to be into that one, him and JD.
Liquor store shelves.
They're more wine.
You could easily even take a black and white photo and take colored pencils and color stuff in. I mean,
Yeah.
we've all colored before. We should still be able to keep inside the lines at this age.
In HO scale, possibly. In N scale, I don't think you're going to stay within the lines.
Well, all you gotta do is just throw something down. Who can actually fit inside a building in an N scale building?
I can't see the inside of an HO scale.
I've got interiors in one of my Merchants Row 2, shops, and you can see them, but I mean, your eyeball has to be right up against the window.
Right.
HO scale guys probably have way better luck.
Yeah.
Any kind of awning I've ever used, Johnny's just been whatever's come with the kit, but I'm sure you could just use fabric and white glue to tighten it up,
Yeah.
Build a frame out of any kind of wood, type styrene or anything.
Well, like on Gino. All right, Jason, we'll catch you later. You have a good night. Like Gino, he just used poster paper on his Rolo barbecue restaurant they just built, scratch built.
Right.
Yeah. Just kind of rolled it, glued some pieces in there to stiffen it up, keep it shape. For the viewers out there, we do have the Q&A, so if you have any questions, please type them in, and we will do our best to answer them for you.
One thing I want to mention, John, when you're talking about the no smoking or no drinking alcoholic beverages,
Yes.
you mentioned to turn your mic off.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just habit.
Yeah. I'm sure you meant camera.
Turn your camera off.
I was going to bust him on that, but I figured, he just misspoke.
Well, turn the mic off if you're not speaking, so that way we reduce the, any background noise or echoes.
If you hear me smoking and drinking, I'm doing something wrong.
Well, we did that one weekend when you was in Boston.
Well, that was different. We were live.
Yeah.
And I had help there.
Yeah. But yeah, like Dave just showed, I guess I better unpresent him since he's not showing anything. Yeah, like Dave said, just Google that. Google storefronts, interior designs. See what you can find out there.
Well, if you're in a 7-Eleven store or something that you see something you want inside your store, just take a picture with your camera.
Yeah.
Put it on your photo editing software and bring it down to size, and there you go.
Oh, another thing. And his YouTube video is on YouTube, and I honestly cannot even come close to recalling who it was. But one thing he did, he would get his pictures. So like he had a counter sitting up there in the front of the store. He would actually make two pictures. One goes in the building, but he'd take the other one, cut the counter out, glue that to a piece of styrene, and then put it up in front of the picture of the other counter, and it gave it a really nice looking 3D effect. So if you have stuff like that, you can cut out, kind of big items. You might look at doing that, cutting those out, glue them to a piece of probably 10, 20 thousandths thick styrene, and then put them back in on top of the picture just to give it a 3D effect. It's been quite a while back since I've seen that video, so I do remember this fellow doing that. He
Yeah,
has some nice looking stuff too.
one of the things that I do with all my buildings is I went and I bought a spray can of, it's called frosted glass. And you use it to spray on your windows, let's say like in a bathroom where you don't want people being able to see in but light passes through.
Yeah.
And I spray all my windows in my buildings with that. So when I light them up, the light will, show through, but you can't see in to see the windows on the opposite side of the building.
Yeah.
Unless the light's on, then you're just going to see a window through, a blurred window through or whatever. I don't do any interiors in my buildings.
Yeah. Another thing is people do on their warehouses, they'll leave a warehouse door open and they build what's called a shadow box. You just take some styrene, build 3 sides out of it, and then glue your picture to that and set it just inside the door. Have a picture of pallets or shelving racks running down through there. Hand trucks, pallet jacks, something like that, sitting up there near the front of the store. That makes for a good interior too. Gives the building a little more realism, more detail. That works out real well too.
Something I'm looking for, and I have been racking my brain, and the only thing I can come up with is like a clear, very thin, like let's say a 10,000th clear material. But what I'm looking for to hang up in front of a dock door is that plastic that they put up that's like slit so you can walk through it at any point. I don't know what those are called.
I don't
Fly
know.
curtain.
What, Andrew?
They're called fly curtain to stop the bugs flying in.
Yeah.
Yeah, one workshop I seen, he had the roller door up, and you could just see in, and he had pallets, actual scale pallets and engines and everything sitting on these pallets just inside the door. They were actually looking at something inside the door rather than a picture.
Yeah.
Phil, you might take some, what are they called? Overhead projector clear acrylic sheets.
Yep.
Cut them to scale to fit your door, and then cut the slices in them, or maybe even spray some of that frosted glass on them.
Yeah.
and then cut them into slits, and then just kind of bend them a little bit with your fingers so that you can see that they're individual slits.
Right.
And try something like that.
Yeah, I haven't thought of that. I was thinking of the plastic that you use for like windows. You can get that, some kits it comes in, it's really thin.
Yeah.
It's like,
Acetone or acetate or something like that. Yeah, acetate.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can go to Walmart and buy that kind of stuff. Yeah, get you a sheet of that. Or get
Right.
one of those clear, folders, report folders.
Right.
Cut that up.
Or here's another idea. They got those clear pocket sleeves. Just slide your paper in and put it in a notebook.
Right.
Those aren't perfect. Some of those aren't perfectly clear, so you wouldn't even have to frost it. Some
Right.
of those are a satin type finish.
Right. Ooh,
Yeah.
how about a Ziploc bag?
Yeah, you could do that too.
Like
Oh,
a free
no.
bag, those are thicker.
Yeah, I don't know if your frosting stuff would stick to it. You have to try it and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it stuck to it, that'd work good.
That's already some of those are kind of not really transparent clear either. They're got a little frost to them.
Rite Aid's got those page pockets right now, a pack of 50 for 99 cents. Or Walgreens does, I'm sorry. Pack of 50 for 99 cents. And those, I think they had a satin in those ones too. The satin, when you don't have something inside it, you can see the kind of a cloudy effect that you'd be looking for those, whatever you want to call them.
CB and Q guy just put in the Q&A that dog coat will frost your glass too, if you have that.
Oh, okay. I do have some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how far along are you on your big build there, Phil?
Oh, I've got all my pieces cut off my spurs, sanded down, and I've got everything. One side painted for the interior black, and I've got my exterior colors painted, my base put together, and my foundation put together and glued, and I just finished painting that today.
What are you building?
I'm building a building inside my Dow Chemical Company.
Oh, okay.
This one's going to be labs and yeah, it's just a building full of different labs.
Scratch build, or are you just taking the kit and
I'm
renaming it?
using one of those module kits, or modulars, excuse me, from Walters, the old ones that are discontinued.
Yeah, the wall sections and stuff.
Yeah, I've got, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 of those clamshell kits.
Oh, okay.
I've got a lot of them. I found a really good deal on eBay, and I bought them, and then I bought out just about everything my local hobby shop had.
Mm-hmm.
So I've already built 3 of them for my Dow Chemical side of my layout, and this one's different than any of those. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mr. Bill, we hadn't seen you around in a while. What you been up to?
Not much, really, not with the trains. It's mostly a winter hobby, but I'm actually moving my desk into my train room so I can work on it more when I think about it.
Being a hangout, and do you work at the same time?
Yeah, no, that's it. So I just, it's been a while since I've worked on anything, so I like to hang up so I can get back in and just learn little tidbits here and there, and then I can turn to my left and go, yeah, I'll try that right now. So that's
Yeah.
my plan.
Yeah, that works. Any particular era that you were doing or time period?
No.
Freelance.
Yeah.
You were
Whatever.
kind of more modern type equipment, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I have all diesels, but I do like to slip in steam just for the fun of it and just break things up, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's not like having a good steam engine run around from time to time.
Yeah, it's nice because they have all the
Yeah.
working stuff on them. So
Yeah, they get a lot of detail on them things now. You don't have to spend $1,000 either on them. TCS is their wow sounds have been coming out. They've been going really good too. A lot of people like those if you want to put sound.
yeah.
I hear their diesel sounds are doing pretty good too. I think they're supposed to come out with new sound this winter. I know part of it's going to be the Shea. I'm not sure if they're adding any more diesels or not right now.
Hmm.
That'd be something to ask Barry if he was in here. He works with them a lot, does a lot of beta testing for them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, TCS is, they seem to be the top kid on the block right now for sound cards for more realistic type sounds. I guess they should be, since they go out and actually rent the engines for a whole day and, run them around and record them all the time under load, without load, and all like that. So they get some pretty good sound quality out of them. You pouring more rocks there, Jim?
Yeah, when I'm in between what I'm doing.
Oh, what are you
Pour a
doing?
couple. I just finished that spray paint booth there finally today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Any chance of seeing it?
No.
Okay.
Well, because in order to show you, I'd have to move my rock mold.
All right.
Now I can't really show it because I got some silicone drying on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to move it too much sideways or whatever. It shouldn't move, but you never know.
Yeah. What'd you build it out of?
Oh geez, plastic storage boxes I got out of at Walmart's.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I got it's called Sterilite, because they have a opaque, kind of a clear, cloudy, milky clear box plastic.
Yeah, that's the one that's got those interlocking finger tops, isn't it?
Interlocking finger tabs. I don't know. This one's got snap locks.
Oh, okay.
Where the handles at, they got little locks that flip up and snap and hold the lid on tight.
Oh, okay.
Figured the cost tonight was just a little under $50 for everything, including the two fans I bought. The fans were the most expensive, almost half the cost.
What was the fans?
$24, I think I paid for them.
I know. What kind of fans did you
Oh,
put?
they were 5-inch computer muffin fan types things, you know.
Oh, sauce fans.
Yeah, I got two 70 cubic feet per minute fans, so that gives me 140. So with resistance from the filter media and then the air collector box, I figure I should still be pushing about 100 cubic feet, and that should be plenty for just pulling the fumes out.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm looking for.
Exhausted out the window.
Right. Geez, if I had my cable, I took a bunch of pictures because I was going to do a picture video to throw up online there so people can see how I built it. But I like it. The fans were, I think it was $22 or $24 I paid for the fans with shipping, but that included, they're 12 volt. That included a 12 volt or 120 volt to 12 volt wall plug.
Yeah. Okay.
Wall wart or whatever. So the guy already had it all, two fans wired together, and So you pretty much was a plug and play type situation.
Yeah.
And they're brushless. Got ball bearing fans, so hopefully that won't have no explosions.
No, you shouldn't have. Yeah, the computer fans should work just fine because they don't use brushes in them.
Right.
They don't have any arcing in them, so you can use, well, the EPA calls it VOC paints, but enamel paints, stuff like that can ignite with a spark.
Now, I did see computer fans with brushes online, so when you go to buy them, you got to make sure you get a brushless type fan if you want to worry about that consequence. But it turned out good, and with that clear type of plastic box that I used, you can use the outside lighting in your room to light the inside of the box with, so I didn't have to buy any extra lights to put inside it. You can just put a light, like a table lamp or something, right over the front of it, top of it, to the side, however you want to light it up, and it lights up pretty good inside there. And that was a consideration for me, because when I got to looking at LED lighting, I was going to spend another $30-40 to put lights inside it when I was going to do the plywood one.
Yeah, another thing you could do is, Jim, is there at Walmart in the see the hardware or in the lighting section. I guess it depends on where they set the store up. You know, it's old silver globe clamp lights. Had that metal globe on it and clamped where you can clamp it onto a 2x4 or whatever spotlight. You can put a fluorescent bulb in that. It won't be all that hot. Just lay it on top of that box. That'll give you some pretty good lighting there. Yeah, if you need some extra lighting, it wouldn't cost you all that much.
I'm back.
Okay, didn't know you'd gone. So what part did you drop out on so I don't have to keep repeating myself?
I asked if you were talking about those ones with the aluminum metal shades.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick up for about $8.
Right.
Put a little 40 or 25 watt fluorescent bulb in there. Use that if you needed, a little bit more light in the paint booth.
Right.
It wouldn't be all that hot, and you should be able to just set it up on top. It'll stay there by itself.
That's what I use, and I clamp mine right to the edge of the tub because it's got that little jaw on it,
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? Adobe Flash Player has had several updates the last 2 days. It keeps locking up, and when it does, it shuts everything off on me. I keep getting Adobe errors.
Yeah, mine updated tonight when I first turned the computer on. So
Yeah, mine updated once yesterday, and twice today now.
Oh.
Keeps updating, and I thought that last update, which was about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, that would solve the problem, but nope, it just did it again. Dang thing. Computers, what are you gonna do?
Oh yeah. If it wasn't messing up, people wouldn't have anything to work on.
Yeah.
Or fuss about.
I hate fussing though.
Alright, everybody else is changing their scales. I think I might change mine. I don't know what to go to though.
Oh, you think about getting out of HO?
I don't know. Gino went to O. Scott went to N scale.
Well, if I had a room, I'd love to have O. I think O gauge is bad. I mean, that's because that's what we grew up with as kids. It's O gauge. So I think
they've actually gotten really better with details too on that stuff.
Well, they'd have to, because we're picky nowadays, and being such a large scale, I mean, you see everything compared to HO. Yeah. I'm sticking with my O scale. I can't see the N scale to save my life. I wish I could, because as small as my layout size is, I'd have a nice layout if I did N scale.
Yeah.
I'm envious of yeah, Dave's layout. He's got a sweet layout for an N scale.
Yes, he does.
I'd like to have that size just for my HO.
Yeah, really. I mean, a double car garage.
Yeah. And I got the garage to do it in, but then what would I put all the junk that's in it?
Yeah, well, you know, he told his wife she had to park out in the driveway. They took the door down, built the wall up so she couldn't pull in.
Yeah, I put up a second garage just so I could use that garage, the first garage, and still ain't got enough room. I can park my cars though. It's undercover though, so.
Yeah, I'm fixing to get the measurements out here where I'm thinking about putting a layout and send that to Bill, the track planner.
Are you?
Fill out his questionnaire and see what all he comes up with.
Man, I tell you, I'd love to do that, but I just can't get myself to spend $150 and then decide I don't like it.
Well,
And
it's
I like-
125.
Oh, I thought it was 150 for the first 100.
No, 125. Unless he just went up.
Well, no. Then it must be 125. I ain't looked on its website in 6-8 months.
Yeah.
Still, can't get myself to fork out 125 and decide I like what I have better.
Yeah, but see,
You know?
my son told me I had to deal with the heat and air people, you know, getting prices and everything. And that's what I've done. And I just took and added $150 to that.
You dog.
Hey, it worked.
I'm calling him tomorrow and telling him.
He dropped his phone today. He can't replace it for a couple of days.
Yeah, okay. And I know it's off subject, but I just had mine installed, 4,500.
Yeah,
But-
that's what we're looking at too.
But I got 1,500 off, so that's another story.
Yeah.
So and my end cost was $3,000. So
Hmm.
And then the credit union, because it was unsecured loans, wanted to sock it to me on the interest.
Yeah.
Bums.
Yeah. But hopefully by the end of the month, we'll have all that installed. So what I'm doing is adding two drops to the basement because we don't have anything in the basement. So I told him I just wanted to add 2 drops to the basement.
And that my 4,500 was just rip out the old, install the new. That's all there was. No drops.
Yeah.
We used the same AC drop line. Same AC pad, outside pad. Just at $4,500.
Yeah.
But I did get a lifetime compressor warranty. Well, outside unit warranty. The whole unit sits outside. It's under a lifetime warranty with 16 SEER. So that was just a little bit more than going with it. Something was a 10-year with a 13 SEER.
Yeah, we're just going with a 14 shear. This is a little starter house, so not going to put a whole lot into it. 16 is just a little too much for this house anyway.
Well, no, 16, that's just your energy savings.
Yeah.
Higher, well, you want to save energy.
Yeah, but also that gives you a better, well, we do heat pump. So if you go with 16 shear, that means your heat pump are going down a lot colder and still produce heat, where the 14 shear won't go as low. But
Yeah,
you
well-
are right, it's also your energy savings too.
Right. That was my main concern. I went from a 10 SEER and going to a 13 just didn't seem like enough of a difference to me, so I jumped from a 10 to a 16.
Mm,
So
well,
I know I'm not going to save 50% on my electric bill, but if I even save 20%, I'm happy with that. But anyways, back on topic.
yeah. Well, you know, That's my hang up before I can build a layout. I got to get a new AC unit in here, heat and air in here before I can do anything.
And that's my train hang up. Now I'm too broke to buy anything.
Yeah, that's true too. Well, at least I finagled that money out so I can pay the track planner. Yeah. Hey, I read the manual for raising kids, part of it anyway. All right, for the viewers on the Q&A, hopefully the Q&A is working for you. Feel free to ask questions, and I'm sure somebody on the panel could probably answer it. We'll try to. If not, we'll try and direct you in a direction where you can get the answer. And the questions are free on Thursday nights.
When do they start that?
I just started it.
Oh.
Don't tell Bill, Barry. But
John, are you familiar with the weathering powders from Doc O'Brien?
Yes, I am, because I do have them. And I was using them last night.
What do you think? I'm going to get it on screen here. Hold on, I'm waiting. It's going to crash again. Gosh darn it.
Well, I just hit Control R. All right, I got your screen. Yeah, there.
You got my screen. What screen you got?
The one with the fan in there.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get an eBay picture to show up. Well, I was thinking about getting some some chalk off eBay in sticks. Here we go. I got a screen up I can share with you. All right. Oh, I had it. There. See, I was looking at these earth tone chalk, pastel chalks.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to grind them up. Yeah, this one here is $9 with shipping. But I'm wondering how much more. I mean, if I get these and grind them up, then I got to buy all the little individual bottles to put them in, and what colors I'm going to use anyways. This is about half the cost to buy on the other ones that you got.
Oh yeah, Doc O'Brien's was I don't know, $25 maybe, 30, something like that.
Yeah, I can get them $18.95 and then shipping.
Yeah, I also have a set of the Bragdons.
Right, that's the bigger square container ones.
Yeah, and they come in a Ziploc bag. They're in the individual squares, but haven't really used that one yet too much, but I've used the Doc O'Brien's more. They work.
They stick. I mean, compared to just using artist chalk, do they stick better? Do the O'Brien stick better to the model?
As long as it's painted, and I do have to do a little scrubbing. Although I have found by using the makeup wedges, those little foam wedges.
Right.
Now, like Bill Van Letten was saying, I mentioned that one night, that the ones I got at Walmart, because those the only ones they had, they were vitamin E impregnated. Stay away.
The makeup wedges?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so stay away from those, because that's the ones I've got. They do mess with the powder a little bit. Although I'm still using it because that's all I've got for right now. But I did find it a lot easier instead of using the brush to put the powder on, to use that makeup wedge. What I do is take the brush, barely touch the powder in the container. Or, in your case, your chalk. Take a brush and just Yeah, those would probably work.
Well, that's from Walmart.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. Those ain't the ones you're saying to stay away from, are you? Because I
No,
just
no, the
bought 'em.
ones I bought are actual wedge. You get like 50 or 100 in a bag,
Oh, okay. All
but
right, I
they're
see what you're
actual
saying.
wedge shaped.
Yeah, these are a bunch of different sponge ovals and
Yeah, flat.
different shapes like that, flats and spoon
Yeah.
shapes, and yeah, okay.
Those right there should work fine, but I did find with the Doc O'Brien trying to put it on with a brush, I wasn't getting the result I wanted. So what I was doing was I take the brush, just barely get a little bit on the end of the bristles, hold it over where I wanted, thumped it with my finger, and let it, drop the powder down on it. Take the sponge and just put it straight down on the powder, kind of rub just a little bit, and then start doing my streaking, and it was coming out a whole lot better. And it was easier to apply that way than trying to do it with the brush.
Huh. Okay.
But I am going to do what Barry said do. I haven't seen it at Walmart or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anything, so I guess I have to go to a, was it Blink Art Supply store and get the fixative spray. Because Barry was telling me fixative spray, clear coat, is actually made for chalks. Whereas if you use just a clear spray or whatever, when it hits the chalk, it tends to turn the chalk into kind of like a wash. It could run on you or blotch it up, where the fixative doesn't do that. It actually just drops right down on and adheres the chalk in place.
Right. Philip knows about this because he did it and it blew the chalk off his model.
Yeah. I got a question here in the Q&A from CB and Q Guy. How do I get into the Hangout? Dude used to post a link to join a couple of minutes before the Hangout went on air. Sometimes I'd see an invite in my Gmail too. Lately I see nothing. I ran into the same thing last night on Bill's Hangout. CB Guy, I just, on my post in the YouTube Mall Builders community, in the comments, I posted all 3 links. The first link I posted was for the Q&A. The second link was your YouTube channel link that you could go to watch. The third link is actually to the panel here. So if you got your webcam and you want to be on the panel, go to the comments, and that last link there, I tried to space them out. So
Yeah.
see.
Now, when you look at that, all you see is the Q&A link. You got to click the little down arrow to expand that box to see the other 2 links.
Oh, okay.
Because when I looked, that's all I see was the Q&A, and then I realized there was a down arrow. I clicked on that. That expanded the chat, that little box.
The comments.
Yeah, comment box, and then I was able to see all 3 links.
So hopefully you heard that, CB guy. Be sure and expand the comments so you can find the link to the panel here. If you want to join the panel, you're very welcome to. Anybody got the YouTube Mall Builders page up? If you would, go out there and make sure it's still up for me, please.
I just did. It's still there.
Okay, so all the links are there.
All the links there, but yes, you do have to expand where it says read more or see.
Okay.
Click on that, and then the panel link is there.
All right.
It does say panel link.
Well, that's because that's what I said.
Well, my question back to the chalks was, if the ones from Micromark actually adhere better than regular chalks, and you thought they did a little bit. Second was those chalks. I wonder if I ground up a whole stick of chalk, how much more in volume am I going to end up with chalk powders than what comes in that kit?
Well, that's a good question. I couldn't tell you that. Now I know Gino, Donnie Dixon, they buy their chalks at Walmart and just grind those up, and they work really well. If you look at Gino's models that he's weathered using the chalks, that's all he's done is use the chalks he bought at Walmart.
Well, I did that. I went to Walmart, and what they had for sidewalk chalks was strictly fluorescent, all kinds of the color, rainbow colors, but nothing in earth tones at all.
Okay.
Have you got a Michael's or a Joann's or a Hobby Lobby near you?
No.
Hey, Jim.
I'm listening.
I
heard.
Yeah, that was me. My weathering powders, I went to Michael's, and you want to buy chalk. It's a pastel chalk.
Right, right.
Oil. It's just chalk. Hard sticks. And I used an old coffee grinder, and I ground the hell out of them into a powder.
Right.
Gotta grind them a little bit. That's what I use. I went to Dollar Tree. I bought some containers. I've got old pill bottles I've used to stick them in. Grind them up, and you get about, I am going to say, probably 2 tablespoons of powder.
2 tablespoons out of 1 chalk stick, which is about 2.5 inch
Right.
by 7/16.
Right. Yep. And I haven't gone through what I've done. I've weathered 3 of my Dow buildings with them now. Workable Fix-It is the stuff that you want to use, made by Krylon. That is the stuff that's used with the pastel chalks. If you use the regular Krylon, it puddles them up. It takes all the fine detail and the smear of your weathering powder, and it brings them into each little bead, pulls it away so it looks like raindrops.
Gotcha.
Of color. I haven't tried my dull coat yet. I just got that last week, and I haven't weathered anything, but this upcoming build that I'm doing for the contest, I'll be using it.
The dull coat.
Yeah, I'll be using the dull coat, but I'll be using those chalks.
Did you get the tester's dull coat?
Yes, I did.
Is it a black label that says clear coat, and then it's got a printed label on the cap that says dull coat?
Yep.
Okay, same thing I got. I bought that stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, I got mine at Hobby Lobby when I was in Saginaw last weekend. The Workable Fix-It I've used in like art class back when I was in high school. It's like almost $8 for a can of that at Michael's. But it says right on the label, clear as can be, Workable Fix-It. And
is that a 3-ounce can or a 7-ounce can? Do you have any idea?
That's like the size of your normal rattle can.
Well, that's not bad then.
Oh no, it's a big can, you know.
Because these clear coats I bought are 3-ounce cans, pretty small.
Well, what's that, about $9-10 for that Workable Fix-It?
No, it was $7.99.
Oh, was it?
Yep, at Michael's.
You got it where?
I got it at Michael's.
I looked around. I never did see any out of Michael's here. But I could have been looking in the wrong place, too.
I seen it at Hobby Lobby also when I was there. It was the same price.
And don't forget the 40% off one-item coupons for Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Print them right off the internet.
Yeah. Well, if you got a smartphone, they accept that.
Well,
Yeah.
I print out several and take my wife and somebody else with me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For me, I'd have to go outside on the sidewalk and go, hey, lady, you go in and use this coupon for me?
Yeah. What I can tell you about the chalks from what I've seen, I've looked at the quote, special weathering, chalks, powders, and they're a very, very fine powder.
They are.
And you can do that at home. with the coffee grinder, or a zester. If you guys happen to know what a zester is,
Is
it's
that the pad for the drywall?
No,
no, it's a,
Oh, oh yeah, I know what it's. Okay, I know what you mean by
it's a cooking utensil.
Right.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got little holes. Um,
Right.
you can grind it that way. You can use sandpaper and grind a bunch of it down and get a powder. Except for with sandpaper, you're impregnating it into the sandpaper also.
Right. Andy uses it's a real stiff fiberglass cloth that goes on a sanding pad for knocking all the rough stuff edges off of when you have to do mud drywall.
Okay.
And it's like a screen.
Right.
It's real stiff, and then in that way it just you get it all when you do it and you scrub it.
Right.
I'm just trying to, I mean, the other stuff is all done for you, and it's all in individual little bottles, and but then like I say, you're paying $10 more than what I can pay for the chalks.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
I'm putting, all right, I gotta go buy a bunch of little containers, and
Well, like
This is-
Phil was saying, I was going to say the same thing. Go check it, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. I mean, if you're at Michael's or them, they usually have some small jars too, somewhere around there and store in different departments.
oh yeah, I was just thinking
Pretty
little plastic spice jars. Yeah, I think they do have something like that. John, do you have your weathering chalks where you could hold a jar up for me? Show me what size it is.
No, I don't.
Oh,
The jar is actually about maybe cap on top. It's probably going to be about 1 inch tall, inch and an eighth, and it's only going to be about not quite an inch in diameter.
How big is an inch diameter? Show me.
About as big around as a lighter.
Okay.
Big
I was
lighter.
waiting for you to do an AOK sign with your fingers there and say, "How about this big?" Yeah, I might just get. I'm just looking. I'm a lazy
My
man.
jars are
Stuff
about
like
that diameter, and they're about that tall.
Oh, so they only got maybe a tablespoon of stuff in them then?
I'd say
Maybe
a
a
very full tablespoon. Maybe a tablespoon and an eighth, something like that.
Right.
But like Phil was saying, these powders are so fine that I
Right.
mean it only takes one little speck, to do a fair sized area with the powders. And of course, once the sponge, I keep my sponges. I'm not throwing them away, and because they do accumulate in the sponge, so you still got a little bit there to use if you just want to make a really light, thin smear, for it. Now, also, I played around with it a couple weeks ago at the store. I did take my weathering powder and the 70% isopropyl alcohol, and thought I was going to make a wash. Except I put a little too much powder in my cup, and I put about 3-4 drops of the alcohol in there, and almost wound up with a paint. Wound up having to really pour the alcohol to it to thin it out. But that did work rather well for a wash. So
Right.
just put a speck of powder, and I'm sure it'll work even with the chalk that you're thinking about buying. Just put a speck in there and put about 4 or 5 drops of alcohol in there, stir it up, and try it out on a test piece. Just to make a wash up if that's if you're going to use a wash. I had to meet some people this afternoon, a few counties over, and there's a Hobby Lobby there, a very small one, and I went in there and they had some of that Vallejo wash paints that Vallejo has, and I was looking at that and I picked up a brown. I figured that'd be a good common color for a wash, and salesman come over and we got talking, and he said that You know, he told me that I'd like that wash. He said Vallejo makes some great washes. But if you look at the YouTube channels, these people that do the war gaming and do military malls and stuff like that, they pretty much swear by the Vallejo washes. They get some really great results with them. He was telling me if you got the Vallejo thinner, put just a little bit thinner in that wash too. He said you'll get some real good results with it.
Is it Vallejo or Vallejo?
Vallejo.
So it sounds like two H's.
Vallejo.
Yeah, there you go. The expert told you.
Without the S.
So it's like your last name, eh, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is called Model Wash. Very good sized jar.
Cool.
Hey, Jim.
Yo.
This box right here.
Hold on. Yeah.
I got this at Michael's. It was $4.99. There's 36 pieces in this box. Now there's pinks and yellows, every color under the rainbow, basically.
Right. Right.
But it's called a soft pastel, but they're hard sticks. They're not soft by any means.
Right. Right. Right.
That's right.
For $4.99, so $5 for 36 pieces. I took some of the different colors and ground them up, and I went to Dollar Tree and I got these little plastic tubs. There was 4 of them in a container for $1. So I spent $3 and I got 12 of these tubs.
Which tubs? Show me the tubs.
These little tubs.
Oh, okay. How much were they?
I got 4 of them for $1 at Dollar Tree.
Okay.
You know, they're like a little Tupperware tub. You know, got
Right,
a
right.
stamp-on lid, or like I said, you can use medicine bottles. If you need medicine bottles, dude, I can get you all the medicine bottles.
Yeah, I've got medicine bottles. They just
Well-
weren't clear. I was looking for something clear so I could see the color better.
You're right. These little makeup brushes, they're I bought them at like Kmart, and
Kmart's is still open?
yeah, they're open.
Yeah, I know.
They're they got like a round end and a little bit more of a pointier end.
Right.
There was 10 of them in a pack. Those were like $1 at Kmart. And these makeup brushes, the sponges, they're a wedge.
See, that's the ones I'm talking about, Jim. The wedge
Right.
sponge.
These wedges, they look like this. Those were like $1.25 at Kmart.
Now, does this say anywhere on there that those are
Impregnated?
vitamin E impregnated?
No,
Okay, so those are the dry ones.
cosmetic wedges.
Because the ones I bought at Walmart, I didn't notice it till I got home, and they had they are vitamin E impregnated. Which Bill Van Lin was telling me what that's going to mess with the powders. Gummy.
Right.
Powder's kind of gummy. Is
So for, and like I said, I had the old coffee grinder, which, maybe you can find one at a rummage sale for a few bucks.
I've got a coffee grinder. I just hate to put something in it in case I find a real nice bean I like.
Well, mine's all metal inside. You can wash it. Little chalk ain't gonna kill you. Think of all the other stuff you put in your body that you don't even know when you eat all those processed foods. Anyways, For under $10, I got
Right.
any color that I want to grind, and the only trick to grinding it is when you put it in your coffee grinder and you sit there and you hit the button, it starts to grind. You got to kind of wiggle it, shake
Right. Moving around.
to keep it going, and then what it'll do is when it gets fine enough, it'll just start sticking to the, like mine's a dome of my coffee grinder. It'll just start sticking to it.
Right.
And you just, keep tapping it and wiggling it, tapping it. It takes a little time, but you're retired, right?
Yeah, I'm retarded.
Right. I'm retarded, so,
Well, I like these earth tone pastels here. It's they got some good colors there.
right.
Yeah.
And what was I say? $5.99.
Yeah,
Those
$3.28
might be
shipping.
longer. I did buy these here, which is a black and gray and white sticks. I think I paid a little bit more for these. I think these might have been 8 something at Michael's, and it's a 12 piece. And there's like some blacks, and it goes down. There's like 2 whites and 2 shades of one gray and a couple little deeper gray with some different shades, and then some
Right.
blacks.
I think I'll stick with those. I think I'll buy those for $10 and then go buy the. I just figuring the cost, what it was going to be end cost to buy the ones that they sell at Micro Mart compared to making my own.
Yeah.
But what I did like about the Micro Mart is they did have the like the moss green. So if you wanted to put a little dusty on the side of north side of a tree, you'd have that, and then you had like a copper patina green, patina green, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, 'cause my Doc O'Brien's I don't have. Yeah, it came with a patina green, and that was just way too green. It's a really dark green, and I got a little bit greener, a lighter green that I can't recall the name of that, and that was just
That was probably the moss green or something like that.
yeah. They didn't call it moss green, but it's still way too green to be the moss like you and I were thinking about putting on trees.
Right.
That was just way too green, too bright a green, I tried it on a piece of scrap last night. Yeah, Bill, Joe, and even John sitting there going, "Nope, yeah, don't do it. Back away slowly."
Yeah, they give you 12 colors. I see no use for the blue myself.
If you're doing rust, yeah,
Blue rust?
there's some blue hues in rust.
Is there?
Oh yeah. If I could ever get Bud back in here, he could show you some all different colors that you'll see in different kinds of rust. It depends on what the rust is on, what kind of material it's on, what the weather is in that area, and all like that. How much acid rain you're really getting. Because after he talked a couple of times, I got to where I started looking at different things, old vehicles sitting out on the side of buildings have been sitting there rusting up and everything. You can see a lot of the different colors in there and the different stages of the rust and how it's eating through the paint. Because even the paint kind of affected the color of it too.
Right.
I even took some pictures of that stuff. I'm sitting there going, okay, I gotta be crazy. Walking around taking pictures of rust. But it's a good thing to do. I mean, it gives you an idea of what the different colors are that you can put in there.
Well, I live in the Rust Belt, so all I got to do is go look at my 98 Chevy S10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But,
just came Rust will break that up for you today.
yeah,
Can't-
barely can hear you there, Andrew.
I use real rust. Just bang my caravan. Rust falls out from underneath it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Bill, Big Bill from the South Brooklyn Catastrophe Railroad that does the live show. He bought some of that material, antique something, and he said that stuff's fantastic. A couple other people bought it too, and they tried it. And they were because it's actual metal. What it is, you just metal flakes in the base material. You paint that on, let it dry, and then you have the rusting agent that you paint on top of that, and then just walk off and leave it. He said after about 24 hours, you got real looking rust. That's what he put on his bridges,
Huh.
those metal bridges he had.
Right.
I looked it up when he was talking about it a while back. I think it was about, yeah, we're beginning to wonder if he was coming back there, Phil. No, it wasn't too terribly bad. It's about $20 for the kit. It's a two-part kit. It's the paint with the metal flake in it. You paint that on there, you let that dry, and then you paint that rusting agent on top of it, and then walk off and leave it. And he said you can see it starting to work over a period of time. You see the rust starting to appear.
Anyone tried that technique that Steve Franks uses? Stir wool and vinegar throughout the rust.
Mm.
I know for a bridge, Dave Vallejos did his bridge with salt. I think he said he did it with.
Yeah,
And
salt.
his bridge turned out pretty nice. His girder bridge.
Yeah, it came out real nice. Dave, you there?
Yeah, I'm Google Earthing, man.
No. What was that you did? Kind of paint the rust color on first, and then put your salt on, and then put a top coat? Is that
Yeah.
how that worked?
Yeah, it's real simple.
Just took him a while to pick all the little grains of salt off.
Yeah, I spent about an hour, maybe a little longer, picking it off with an X-Acto blade. You can rub most of it off, but in the corners and stuff, you got to pick it out. It was actually fun. It has a good effect.
Well, gentlemen, we're at the midpoint here, so we're going to do the public announcement here. It's short. Thursday Night Hangouts are the proud sponsor of the YouTube Mall Builders and the EMAG, and also the YouTube Mall Builders live show. The live show, don't forget, will be this Saturday night, 9 o'clock Central Time. Your host will be Barry, the IT. He's the IT geek running the show, and of course we got Big Bill as the show host. You can go to the website, which is youtubemallbuilders.com. There you can find the schedule for both the live show, what the subject's going to be, and who the guests are on the show. Also, we have the schedule for the Tuesday night hangouts that are subject oriented, each one. You can see which Tuesday night who is hosting. Whoa, Andrew. Mute your mic, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah, lost my train of thought. Okay, Tuesday night schedule on YouTubeMileBuilders.com. Go there and you see who's the presenter for what Tuesday night, what their subject, who their guests are. The people that are running the Tuesday night now is Dude, Crooked Fingers Railroad, Troy, Pacific North Central. You got Gino, the Alabama Beltline, and also Barry. He does the tech show with Mike. He does some pretty good tech shows there too. All of them have really good shows, really. But those are the four that are doing the Tuesday night hangouts. Of course, I don't have a schedule because I'm every Thursday night like a bad habit. And but that concludes the mid show public announcement. So we're back to our regular programming. And we were talking about chalks and how to use the chalks. I got a quick question for CB and Q guy. Hopefully you found the links okay? Okay, if you want to, you're very welcome to join the panel. Anyone in the Q&A want to join the panel, look in the comments section of the YouTube Mall Builders community for a Thursday night hangout. When you get there, you'll have to expand the comment to find the panel link. You can just click on that. A little pop-up dialog comes up. Just click OK on that, then hit the join button, and you'll be here. Or if you want, you can use the Q&A and ask questions. So you still thinking about what you're going to do about your chalks there, Jim?
Yeah.
How many more rocks you got to go?
Hell, I ain't even counting. I'm just making them for something to do. I got a 25-pound bag of plaster Paris, and I just might make a whole big box of rocks.
Yeah, we'll put them on sale on eBay, huh?
That's a good idea.
You can make a couple for me, Jim. I'll throw them on my layout someplace.
Do you need some rock walls?
I don't know.
That's what I'm working on right now. I got some other molds.
Riverbank.
I got some. I don't know if you can see that. Some. Hell.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I got some finished ones in here. Be easier for you to see. Amid the stacks I'm doing of the rock walls. There we go. I got this size. Let's see, what's that got? 3 pieces? Yeah. I believe it's these 3 pieces. No, that one. Yep, I think it's these 3 pieces here. Nope. It's these 3 pieces. I got molds for those 3 sizes. I don't know if I can't see my screen well. And then I've got one that does 7 of these little striated ledges, I guess you'd call them. Does little ledges for you and stuff. So if you need any, let me know. I'll make you up some. I got that, I don't know, 5-foot area back there I've got to do of rock wall, and I've got to go around these curves here, so I got to wait to do those once I've got that styrofoam, that old stuff trimmed off of there, so I can place them on there wet so that they'll curve along with the wall.
Yeah.
But so right now I've just been doing all these regular flat ones to get them out of the way.
Bill, can I get you to do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
CB is saying there's no comments to show. Can you look one more time, please, see if you see the comments, sir?
Okay. I am seeing a YouTube Model Builders underneath Andrews. He's asking for a panel link. There's only 3 comments. And yours is up there. It says Q&A link. Right below that, there's one that says YouTube link. And one below that says panel link.
Okay.
You need to click on it. Says read more underneath YouTube link. When you click on that, the panel link comes up.
Is he looking in the right spot, though? Is he looking on the community?
Do you want me to... Can he see our chat window?
No, he can only see the Q&A.
Okay.
Do a share screen, and then show him on the share screen what you're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll present you to everybody.
Okay. Let's see here if I can remember. Share screen.
Share the screen that you're looking at right now with all of us in it.
Yeah.
Oops, I forgot to tell you to open the other window and another window first, then do that.
Yeah, it's saying full screen. Google Hangout. Firefox. It's not coming up. Why is it not coming up?
Open up the Google Plus in a different window. Once you've done that, come back to this window.
Yeah.
Click on share screen,
Yeah.
and then just share screen the one that you see with all of us in it. Just click on that one.
Hey now.
Okay. Now open up your other window. When you open up your other window, we'll see what's on your screen.
Is that it?
Nope.
Yeah, I've got my screen.
Andrew says he's got it for you. You can see it.
Okay.
And then when I get done, I will share a screen and show you what I did so that you can see it, or what I'm talking about, I mean.
Go to the YouTube Model Makers page where you see the things for Thursday Night Hangout. Scroll down, you see the comments, extend the comments, and you'll see that one and the read more. Right, just click on the read more, and there it is.
Yeah, if you're not seeing that part there, CB, I guess the best thing to do is just refresh your screen so you can get it back up again. But hopefully that'll help you.
Now I do know sometimes I've got to close and open Google Communities page a couple times sometimes to see the newer posts. They don't always show up properly for me. So he might be having that problem. Because I know you'll post a Hangout, Johnny, and I won't see it. Sometimes everybody else says, well, I'm going there, it's open, and I'll go look, and it's not there, and I'll refresh a couple of times. Finally, I just close it right down and restart it, and then I'll see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just in case that doesn't work, I've posted it again.
Well, he can't see the chat box, Andrew.
No, I posted it in YouTube.
Oh.
It does a refresh. You'll see a post from me which has got the link. Come on, everything.
So, Dave, have you done any weathering? And if so, if you use the chalks, what are your thoughts on that?
I have. And I have used chalks.
Yeah, please
and
share.
I like them. But I don't put them on with a brush, or a dauber or whatever. I dip my finger in a little bit of water, the fingertip, and then I rub it in the chalk, and then I rub it on the model.
Oh,
it's better.
Oops.
So you're
I
kind
put
of
a little bit of water
wash.
to it so that it sticks.
Yeah, you're kind of doing more of a wash then.
Rub, actually, it's like taking grease or dirt or whatever on your finger and getting it on there real good, and then smearing it on your wife's face or something, kind of like that.
Do you speak from experience?
It's not a runny wash. It's like a paste.
Yeah, paste.
And then I guess you could, after you get it on there, being it's wet, then you could probably spread it around with a brush or Q-tip or anything to spread it with, I'm sure that would work. But if I try to put the powder on dry on a dry surface, it just doesn't work. Even
Yeah.
the Doc O'Brien's weathering powders and stuff like that, they have something in them to make them stick.
Probably
Whereas
kind
if
of
you
like
go
a
to
beeswax.
Hobby Lobby or whatever, unless you actually buy a good artist, pastel or a chalk, if you buy just a regular old set of chalks that have like rainbow colors in them or whatever, they're not going to stick to nothing. So I found that if I dip my finger in a little bit of water and then rub it in the color I want, then I can smear it on the model, and it works. It works really good. You could even probably dip a Q-tip in the water and then use that if you don't want to get your fingers all messy. But I find it worked really good on that Alco PA I got. I showed Donnie how to do it. He was like all sketchy. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not good enough to do that. And now you can't stop the kid.
Yeah. You
And then I
created a
showed him how to do
monster.
the graphite too, using a pencil, just to take pencil and not even grind it up or nothing. Just take the pencil and sharpen it, and then just just rub it on the model.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes doing it now.
You created a monster.
I bet I can't zoom, can I? No.
You got any
You got
particular
the
chat?
Logitech 920, right?
Yeah.
Johnny?
Yes.
You got the Logitech 920. Now, when you're doing like a quick capture, you take a picture, your zoom doesn't work, does it?
I don't know. I haven't used it that much yet. I bought mine, and I bought the that Cat 6 cable and everything to get it hooked to the computer. Put a 25-foot extension on it. Because the 920 I'm planning on using out in the basement and over at the between the workbench and the layout. And I really have been using 920 right now. I've been using my other little Logitech camera, which doesn't have any of those zoom features and all.
Hey, Dave. When you open up your Logitech software, you got your quick capture, your webcam gallery. Then you got make a video call or do more. Right below that should say webcam controller.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Well, when you click on the webcam controller, that lets you zoom and all that stuff.
No, it doesn't. It says this. It says
Well, watch my screen.
When I use the zoom button, it says this feature is not available in the photo mode.
Because you're in photo mode instead of just webcam controller mode.
That's what I want to do, is take a picture.
Oh, I thought you was trying to figure out how to zoom it.
No. I'm thinking, it's pretty dumb, to not have a zoom control taking a picture.
You think maybe, Jim, you need to zoom it while you're in the in the video mode, and then switch to camera mode?
I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, there we go. I gotta go into the control box and then unclick the autofocus, and then I can move the slider back and forth.
Ah, there's what was causing you your problem.
He wasn't holding his tongue right.
Yeah.
Right, it wasn't.
I
I mean,
overpoured.
that focuses it, but it doesn't zoom.
Well, I think the zoom is just it's not an optical zoom, it's a digital zoom that you can, if you're going to take a photo of something, you can just zoom in manually with a software.
Yeah, I could probably edit the picture afterward.
Yeah, you know, crop. When you crop it, you usually crops you into a closer mode. Because that's all that does. These cameras, they don't think have a moving lens. They're a fixed optical, so it's just doing it by digital software.
Is that the same as crappie fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I did sit there and think about that for a second. What did you just say?
I had to throw that in.
Well, I was thinking fisheye
Yeah.
lens, you know. So I was thinking crop and a fisheye lens. What's he thinking? And then it dawned on me what you were saying.
Yeah, because see, down here we call it crappie fishing.
Oh,
John's dad and his mom call it crappie.
it's crappie up here too.
Yeah. Down here it's crappie.
Well, crappie is C-R-A-P-P-Y and crappie is C-R-P-P-I-E. And there's where your pronunciation difference is.
Yeah.
So you didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't
I
actually.
didn't either, but it sounded good, didn't it?
Yeah. Making progress, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch, I'll post these pictures here in a little bit.
Like to be able to resolve CB and Q guys' little dilemma here on the links.
Well, can't you post back into the? Well, you know what? I know what I can do for him. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that anyways. Never mind.
See, we can't post anything in the Q&A.
Well, I was thinking I was going to copy the link and go into the Q&A and post it in the Q&A. He'd see that. Say, here you go. Here's the link you want, and then come back here.
Yeah, you can do it that way.
I already did that.
Oh, did you do that already?
Yeah, I went down to the Q&A and posted it in.
I didn't see it come up.
I also posted it back in underneath your link too. I reposted it.
Yeah, 'cause I don't see it in the Q&A.
Well, refresh. No, I did it on the YouTube Model Builders page underneath where it's showing the video live stream. I didn't actually go into the
Our Q&A.
right.
Yeah, okay, that's the reason why it's not showing up here.
Yeah. I didn't know I could do that. Where he
Well,
was.
you would have to. I don't know if you'd have to close your window out to do that or not.
Yeah, you'd have to drop out of the panel link and go into the Q&A link to be able to put it in the Q&A. Like you were talking about. I just like to get all this where it'd be real easy for everybody. So they can go to whichever link they want to go to.
Right.
Not have any problems. Oh, you're on the show this Saturday, aren't you, Phil?
Yes, I am.
All right, what's the show about? Because quite honestly, I didn't go look at the schedule.
Well, it says something along the lines of it being dog days of summer, and they're going to discuss with a few people what they do to keep interested in the model industry. And also, everyone that's on the panel this weekend is fairly new beginner, and he's going to basically ask us questions or to tell our story on how we got involved in the hobby and where we're at up to this point, because all three people are at a different stage of the beginner scales. Part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Are you using Firefox now, or are you still doing the IE?
No, I'm using the Firefox.
All right. How's it working for you?
I like it. I had some problems earlier today with trying to use, let's see, to get to my eBay page. It kept locking up, and I kept getting an error that the display driver was having problems.
That I'm having the same thing in the Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
That is an update from Adobe Flash Player.
Okay.
And you just recently updated your Adobe, didn't you?
It probably did it automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or let me put it this way. Mine started when I got my first update yesterday. And then I did 2 updates today, and I'm still doing it. Or
Okay.
two updates yesterday and 1 today. One or the other. I did 3 updates so far, but it's still doing it. So not as bad as the first time on the first update.
Right.
Because it was locking eBay up like crazy. I mean, it was driving me nuts.
Yeah.
So that's really not a Firefox issue then.
Right. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
What I'm finding is that I keep looking in the lower left-hand corner, and there's no time down there. Where in Internet Explorer, there was a window across the bottom that had everything that was pinned to that bar, and the time was down there.
Yeah, in Firefox, I still got my time down in the taskbar.
Yeah.
The taskbar never disappears.
I don't have a taskbar in mine.
Yeah, I just opened up my Firefox. It shows my taskbar at the bottom.
Yeah.
I have a taskbar.
That's in the settings, computer settings, probably.
Okay.
That won't be in Firefox.
You don't think so?
No, because your taskbar is your computer, not the software.
Well, he might have Firefox set up to show full screen with no taskbar. I'm thinking.
Okay, that's possible, yeah. So, Jim, on the rock modes you're doing, since you've been doing quite a few, have you found anything that's made it easier or giving you better results?
Yeah, I'm doing my plaster Paris equal parts of water and plaster Paris. So this particular rock mode uses a half a cup of water and a half a cup of plaster Paris. And I barely have usually a little bit left over. You say I flooded the little corner there by accident, but it makes it kind of watery. But then I take the fan and I lower one corner just a little bit, and I blow the fan to blow the water across the mold and onto that paper towel that you see in the screen to blow off the excess water.
Yeah.
And I pulled that last rock mold out in 1 hour after I poured it. And that's a pretty thin mold.
Mix, yeah, okay, yeah.
Pretty thin mix, but I don't get no air bubbles. Works good for me. I tried doing it a little thicker, and that didn't work as good as the thinner.
Mm-hmm.
The thinner, of course, water levels itself, so I like the watery mix a little better.
Yeah. Now you're using the wet water or something to help it release from the mold.
Yeah, generic Windex.
Yeah, okay.
I just put generic Windex on it.
Mm-hmm. Putting a paper towel on top of that mold to help soak up the excess water.
Well, I started doing that at first, and then I laid it on top of there maybe just a second or two too long, and when I lifted it up, I pulled off a 1/16 of an inch of my plaster Paris with it.
Okay.
So now that's why you see the paper towel down there in the corner, and then I just let the fan blow the excess water off the top
Mm-hmm.
into that corner, and then I just push on the tip of the corner there to make the water drain to the paper towel.
Yeah.
And yeah, it works great. I'm not coloring my molds like everybody suggests to do.
Coloring your mulch. You mean putting a pigment in
Coloring,
the mix?
yeah,
Okay.
coloring mix. My bad. Yeah, I'm not doing that because I'm not sure what color or how I want to do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where a couple of these extras are going to be, because they're going to be my experiments. I'm going to paint one and see how it looks and try to duplicate it if I like it. Because you've seen all the hassle I went through all that styrofoam rock stuff that I've done that I'm still not happy with. So that chocolate brown you see in the background there, I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
None of my black washes, they'd flow into the crevices and everything would pop, and then they would flow over just 5-10 minutes. They'd all flow right back out again.
Hmm.
It's like, well, that didn't work.
Yeah, really.
They looked great when I first sprayed them with the wash, but then they would just flow right out of the crevices on me again. I'm like, well, this ain't working. So that's why I'm going with the plaster Paris.
Oh, sorry about that. No, I was just seeing what this thing did. Oh. Oh. So what I do? Turn you down too low? I mean, you still sound the same. Oh, okay. I've never played with the control panel here, so sorry about that. Oh, I never. Yeah, yeah, I knew I could do that on the. Hey, Paul, how you doing tonight?
Hello, hello.
Hey, we got you.
AKA the CB&Q guy. I appreciate you guys taking the time to try and help me out with this.
So what did you do to resolve that?
Um, I'm not even sure what page I went to now. The other pages with links would only let you be in the audience with the Q&A screen. And I realized one of the tabs I usually keep open wasn't, so I reloaded it, or I opened it. And then I saw everything you were showing on the screen share. So I love
Uh,
so,
Dave, do you realize you're screen sharing?
Yeah, I was hoping you guys would say, "Oh, you need to go right there so you can get that picture."
Well, I'm not seeing a picture.
Oh, get that stupid picture on there now.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows either.
I have no idea.
but he looks busy.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you and I have really talked that much, Paul. You have a layout? If so, what scale are you doing? Or
I've got a layout that I'm building in my basement in HO.
Okay.
I work kind of slow. I've been in this house 17 years, and I just started building it about a year or so ago.
Okay.
I've had a plan for a long time. I got the whole basement. I don't know if I'll live that long at this point, but it's fun when I'm working on. I found out that or I decided the best way to attack it is just break it down into one little section. Concent- concentrate on that. It's fun.
Yeah.
I got room to expand, but I've been in the hobby on and off since like 1956.
Yeah.
The little Lionel train around the tree.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was in N-scale for a while. Came back to HO when I met some local guys.
So you got tracked down to where you're running a train some, or
I've got I've got a master plan for the entire basement, and the part I'm working in now is about 11.5 feet long, and it just happens to be part of the urban section of the layout. So there'll be a lot of switching there, and I've got the track all in and figured out now where it goes. I just have to finish getting it nailed down and hook some power up to it,
oh, okay.
which I should be working on again tomorrow.
Next question would be then DC or DCC?
It's just DC right now. I'm back and forth if I want to switch over or not, because I've got so many locomotives I'd have to switch over.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, DC's still fun. Yeah.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
I came up with the old, the control panel and the black toggles, and that's kind of what I'm used to.
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not ruling out DCC. I'm kind of right on the fence now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I I'm thinking lately. I've got it's I'm not going to need it all at once.
No.
And right now I can get by with just a switcher for when I'm building. So
Mm-hmm.
we shall see. I might creep up on DCC.
Yeah. So you been posting any videos on what you've
No,
been doing?
I've got a channel on YouTube with nothing on it because I may do something one of these days. There's not that much to really show. Just hear me flapping my jaws about what I want to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I should do that. A lot.
Yeah, I
A
noticed you got some boxes back there on the shelf, and what you could do too is just take the box top off and set that along in the layout to just show, well, this is the building I plan on putting right here or whatever.
Oh, that's true. I had kind of a rough plan what was going in this area I'm working on right
Here we
now,
go, guys.
and I built a couple kits just so I'd get a more accurate idea where I had to lay the sidings into them. So
Mm-hmm.
they're on there now too. But yeah. Oh. Yeah, I did that for some of them. I've been acquiring this stuff. I was out of the hobby for a good 12 to 15 years, and I got back in around 1990. And it was on scale at first, but I met local guys, and everybody was doing HO. And that's pretty much what I came up with. So I went back to HO, and then I slowly been buying rolling stock, locos, building kits, and I've got cartons of this stuff packed away in the basement now. So a lot of these now, I went through, I think I had 14 boxes of structured kits. So I pulled everything out that looked like it would go in the urban environment. And I just pull different ones out and say, oh, I think this one will work, and then I'll get the footprint off of the box. They're mostly, yeah, they're mostly Walthers. So. I'm glad I got most of this stuff in the past because they were a lot cheaper than the stuff nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, really.
I got some blue box kits. I think I paid $3 a piece for them. So.
Wow.
Well, I've got a local hobby shop down the road about, I don't know, 3-4 miles. This old boy's running it. He's a retired school teacher, but he's been in the hobby a good 60 years. And he gives you everything's 20% off. He pays the shipping. And when there's a price increase, he doesn't update the price on his old stock. So he even told me once, if you're looking for something, look in the back because it's got the older price on it.
Yeah.
That's pretty handy. I'm gonna miss him when he's gone.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Chicago, but now we moved here in '79 because I couldn't afford a house up there. And I'm like maybe now 90 miles southwest of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Little town of Peru, Illinois, on the Illinois River. I just found out one of the YouTube posters lives somewhere in town here too.
Okay.
What's his name? I forget his name, but we were talking on, I forget, it was Google Plus or something last night. And when we found out we're in the same town, he said, oh, we should meet. And I says, well, you better talk to your parents first. I don't think they'd like the idea of you hanging around with a 62-year-old guy. He said, maybe my dad want to meet you then too.
Yeah.
Class 1 railroader. That's his.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he just joined our community, Class 1, not too long ago.
I have. I was laid up with some medical issues last winter, and I started poking around YouTube, and that's how I started getting to know all you guys in the groups. And I guess you'd call me a lurker. And then when I tried to get on YouTube to comment, that I needed a channel. I said, what do I need a channel for? I don't have any videos. But so now somehow I got it goofed up. I got 2 different accounts. The one I set up in YouTube and my Gmail. And so some of my posts now will come through with my name. Some will come through with the CB&Q guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Google is, they link the G Plus and the mail and everything with YouTube and all that. So, yeah.
No, what I'm seeing now with the younger ones in the hobby, a lot of materials they're using have changed. And I guess if works, it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like hardly anybody uses homicide anymore, and that's what I came up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that can get it. See, I can't get homicide down here. I
We
can't
got
get.
some. We got some at our local Menards, and they used to sell like half sheets of it, but a few years back they started selling full sheets. Last I priced, I think it was about $20.
Yeah.
Well, I got one section now. I'm trying out using Solitech ceiling panels, which aren't. They're a bit softer, but what's his name uses? I forget his name now. He's been using it on his layout, and it's working okay for what he's doing. So I said, well, I'll give it a try and see. But I haven't really got to that section yet, laying track. Because I started thinking in the old days, the reason they went with homicide is so many guys laid their own track,
Yeah.
hand laid it, and they determined it was the best thing for holding the spikes. But nowadays, everybody's gluing their track lines. So.
Yeah.
I'm still old school. I'm comfortable.
It's what really works for you and what you get the best results of the results that you want.
Yeah, I'm not against the new ways, and I'm happy to see it evolving. But like you say, just do what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, like we always say, it's your layout. You do it your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I always got to say that.
We were just babysitting the last couple of days my daughter's puppy while they went on vacation. I told my wife, here's your chance to teach a young dog old tricks. Anywho, no, I love the hobby. I don't know why, but boy, I keep coming back. I may be gone for a few years at times. Keep coming back to it.
Well, it's kind of a mini world. You're building your own world,
Yeah, sometimes I call it the little kingdom.
Yeah.
When we first moved in this house, gee, we've been there 17 years already. I told my wife, well, I want the basement for a layout. And she said, well, of course you can have an area in the basement. I said, I'm not talking area, I'm talking the whole basement. So, well, we need room for washer and dryer. I says, yeah, I know, and someday I'll figure out how to get that out of here. I ended up building a laundry room upstairs a few years back. She loves that, and I got the whole basement.
Yeah.
We lived here 2 or 3 years. Before we found out our attic was semi-habitable. Because when we were doing the walkthrough by the house, I saw the little door up in the ceiling, and I says, that's the attic, right? He says, yeah. I says, is there anything up there? Oh, no, there's just a couple of boards. Well, I'm thinking of, some planks laid across the joist. And we were here 2, 3 years, and we were hearing something up there, and we called the exterminator. He says, this is nice up here. He says, you got a floor, and you got outlets and lights. And I said, we do. Right away, she says, that's mine. You're not putting more train stuff up there. Good. Have at it. So now it's all our junk is stored up there.
Andrew, if you do want to start a show, you can. I'll probably shut it down in about maybe 2-3 minutes. Paul, you're very welcome to come over. Just look for Andy's link and come into that hangout if you want to continue on.
Where's that link going to be?
Hang on, I'll post it right here for you.
Oh, okay.
Well,
See the chat?
no, he can't. Oh, yeah. Paul, go to the far left of your screen with your cursor, and you'll see a menu bar come out.
Yeah.
Go to the very top. You'll see a little blue square with white lines.
Yeah. Chat.
All right, click on that, and now put your chat over on the right-hand side. Big blank section.
Wait a minute. Group chat on the right.
You see
Oh, I
that?
see it.
You may have to. Well, no, you won't, because yours isn't full. You'll see. Do you see Andrew Gilmore? That link he's got right there.
Yeah, you might have to cut and paste if he's only just opened
Oh,
it
I
up.
see it. Okay. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, if you click on that, it should take you into his Hangout, which will hang you up on this one, because you can't have two Hangouts at the same time.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and head over that way, you can. He's already gone over there, so he's there. You can click the Hangout and see if it takes you over. If it doesn't, you take your cursor, put it at the very beginning of the HTTPS, just on the
Yeah.
outside, right click, and drag it to the very end of that line, and then do copy.
Okay.
And what you
Now,
do,
are you gonna be over there or?
yeah, once I shut this down, I'll go over there.
Okay. Well, I'll click on it and see what happens. Should work. Should work now. I got something I can work with. Here we go. Ah.
Yeah, usually if you just join the other one, it'll automatically hang you up on this one.
Says you're already something take me there.
Yes.
Okay. I'll back with John on that now. Oh, close this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now, the way you want to close this one is you want to go to the very top of your screen, and you'll see another box pop up, and the telephone at the very right hand, when you put your cursor on it, turns red. When you click on that, that closes this one.
Now, well, if I click on that, I'll lose his link. I copied it though. But
Yes.
yeah, it does. Okay.
But you copied Andrew's link, though, right?
Right. Yeah.
So once you close this one, if it doesn't take you back to that other Hangout window, then you just go to the very top of the screen where you see the address up here at the very top of your screen.
Okay.
And you can paste that link there and then hit the enter key, and it'll take you straight to it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hang up here then.
Okay.
See you there.
All righty. Yes. Put me off to infinity, huh? Yeah. No, if you go to the very top of your screen there, you know, where you got your microphone and camera, if you go all the way to the right, it looks like a little telephone handset. Yeah, that's where you want to click there to leave the call. Uh, uh-huh. Oh, okay. Okay, I've done it before, hung up and then just go right back to where it was posted and clicked on it and come right back in before. But, I mean, it depends on how computers are set up. I mean, yeah. Uh, oh, well, I never exit out that way. Boom. There he goes. He gone. You there, Phil? Fill up. Alrighty, well, we're at 12:06 now. There you are, Philip. Can't hear you though. Your mic's not working. Yeah, still can't hear you. All right, we'll see you in another hangout.
And what do? I click on the wrong box and close that one.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here for the night. I'm gonna go watch. I don't know how many episodes left of season 4 on Hell on Wheels to get caught up with, so I can start watching season 5.
All right, Jim. You have a good night.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye. I appreciate you coming.
All right, man. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, for the 5 viewers that we got left here, I don't see any more questions in the Q&A, so I guess what we'll do is close this one out for the night. I think this was another good show. Seemed to have pretty good subject topics that we talked about. But anyway, we want to say keep checking back on the YouTubeModelBuilders.com website for all the latest news and info on the presentations, the e-magazine, and the live show schedules. You can also get your Tuesday night schedules there for the Tuesday night recorded hangouts, who's presenting that week and what their subject's going to be. The live show is once a month, and we do have a live show this Saturday night, which will be 9 o'clock Central Time. So whatever time zone you're in, you'll have to look and see what the time difference is, so you'll know to be able to come in and watch the show there. We usually have some really good shows on the live show. Of course, you got the giveaways too, so who knows, you may get lucky and win something. The e-magazine is a bi-monthly, which means it comes out every 2 months, which I think we have a new issue coming out next month on there. At YouTubeModelBuilders.com, you can sign up for email notifications when the e-magazine comes out. And also at that same website, you can go and download any past issues of the magazine that you want to take a look at. They're all PDF files, so you should be able to read them on any computer platform. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want to thank the people in the Q&A that are watching the show. Hope you found it interesting and possibly picked up some new information. So with that said, I want to thank all the participants in tonight's show, and we're going to say this one is coming to a close, and we'll see you next week, same day, same time. Everyone have a good time, good night, and a good weekend.